always start the streams like that. I don't know why. It just became a thing where I just go like, and I just do that. It's really just me testing the mic. So, how are you guys doing today? Are you guys having a good day today? I heard yesterday that YouTube has been having a lot of bugs today. So, I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't completely shut down again like yesterday. Yesterday, it just like, YouTube just decided like, no stream today. No stream today. So, I streamed about like maybe 10 or 20 minutes of this gameplay. And, you guys couldn't see the gameplay. So, I'll catch you up on what happened. You know, I was just goofing around. I made some jokes about the nose. And you're gonna know about the nose. You're gonna know about the nose, and it's gonna get real. It's gonna get real. I'm sorry about that whole, like, shutting down thing also. I don't know exactly what happened. But yes, hello Planet Chris. Hello Spooky. How's it going? How's it going, my dudes? Are you guys having a good day today? Were you able to survive the YouTube apocalypse? There was a brief moment in time where YouTube just decided, you know what, we're not gonna work today. We're not gonna do anything. We're just gonna goof up. We're gonna goof up. But you know what? That's how it's gonna go. That's how it's gonna go. You know, that's what YouTube decided to do. YouTube decided, you know what? How about we just not work today? And there you go. That's it. That's it. So let's get right into this gameplay. Sent out the link to everyone. Let's get right into this. Let me open up the game. I'll explain everything as we go. Yeah, YouTube had a stroke. YouTube definitely had a stroke. I agree with you. The servers at YouTube caught a small fire and it went down momentarily. Yeah, and it, like, again, I was streaming. The OBS was working. My Wi-Fi was working. Everything was working. But here's the thing. The YouTube wasn't working on their end. YouTube wasn't working. So I played a little bit of the game without you guys knowing and without me knowing that I wasn't streaming. Here's what happened. So we went over here to this room while you guys were gone. We found a couple of stuff. Here, let's go here. So in this room, we went over here and we found a couple of things. There was stuff in these rooms, like there was an arm, there was another leg, and then there was a nose in here. And so that you guys could see what the nose looks like, here's the nose. Here we found a nose back in the purple one. And then we went over how we did it was that this light turns on, and you know, you see the lights over here, right? It's white right now. Well, if you pour the purple liquid, it turns purple. So I figured that out eventually. How I got the liquids was I went to this other room that I used the key to open this door. I used the key to open both of these doors. And in here, you know, there was salts, there was all the element names, and I wrote down all the element names over here, and I did a couple of maths. So on this, there's a note that's over here. Yeah, I got that it's a regular table. There's a note here, and it says like iron is 1 atomic matter, salt is 2 atomic matters, and then H2O is 3 atomic matters. But what's the atomic matter of these other 3 elements? And so we went around the room and we found it, and then we got the rest of the parts. So right now we have all of these here. Right now we have the chest, we have the arm, we have the stomach or the nose. It's called the stomach. I believe it's a nose though. We found the leg, and we found the other leg, and we have a heart. So there you go. Well, at least you didn't progress the story while it was down. That's true. At least I didn't at least I didn't progress way too far. Another thing too is that Seven started explaining about these crystals. He said that there was these crystals that were suddenly turning into like water or something like that, and the reason why they were doing that is through like they were learning about how to turn to water without anybody telling them to. It was weird. It was very weird. It goes along with the whole, like, things are, it goes along with the idea that the, like, for some strange reason, we could telepathically, like, learn stuff. That's pretty much what he was saying. But yes, let's continue down this, road of pain and torture. So let's open up this thing. Oh, good. You learned about the Ice 9 stuff. Yes, yes. By the way, I finally got accepted by YouTube Network. Hey! Good job. Nice job, Planet Chris. That's awesome. So we've collected 6 parts of the medical mannequin. So the ones we've got must be Lucy's, right? Yeah. Seems like it. Well, I say, we give Lucy her parts back. Any objections? Nope. Agreed. Alright, let's get started. Combine. Okay, what's going on here?
Oh, there's a number on it.
1.5 kg. No, that's not supposed to be right. Lucy's supposed to weigh more than Tom. Because I wrote it down up here. But Lucy, look at Lucy. She's 5.2 kg and John's 5.13. So we must have some parts that are actually from John's here. So maybe we need to mix and mash. Is this the weight? Well, we're just stacking body parts on it, so it doesn't make sense that it'd be the weight. So then, let's check John over here. I think John is the operating table. The mannequin's laying on it. Yeah. There's something that looks like it could be a scale next to the operating table. Can we get rid of the lid? Here. Let's see. What's this? Could be like a mannequin lying there. It says John on it. I don't know why YouTube's lagging. YouTube's lagging about. Also has to do with the metamorphic fields Lotus was talking about. Yeah, I kind of, well, I figured a little bit since, you know, what was it? Here, I'm going to make this smaller so that maybe it works better. But, I figured that was the case because I mean, they mentioned about how, like, magically these things were, like learning about it, but it never really explained how they were learning about it. Here, I'm gonna fix this a little bit. There you go. And there you go. Let's get back into this. Is there something we're missing here? Because Lucy's not supposed to weigh that much. I mean, maybe... Hey... Nothing happened. That's odd. Maybe it's the wrong weight. Weight? Yeah, you know, how the scale on the side of the bed. Maybe we need to get the scale on a specific Yeah, I get that. What are we supposed to... Are we supposed to... Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking. Oh my gosh. Oh! Let's give it a shot. Okay, operating instructions. The screen below displays 2 medical mannequins. You could switch their body parts by touching the parts to switch out. And then the parts you want to switch in. Okay. So the right stays there. So this is 5.3. Ooh, okay. So she's supposed to weigh... Ooh, wait, no, switch them back. Maybe this? There you go. But then the... No, switch it back. There you go. And then switch this. No, this... It's supposed to be 5.2 point... Okay, so... 5.2. Maybe I'm supposed to switch these. 5.2. Oh, okay. So he's now 5.2.2. Oh, wait. 5.2.2. So then, how are we going to do this? Switch that. Switch that. 5.2.2. We need to get him 5.2.2. Or we need to get her 5.2.2. 5.2.4. That's not right. Here, switch the arm. And then switch the legs. No, put the leg back. Or maybe one leg and then switch this. Oh. Okay, you guys can't see it here. Let's make it this big. Let's make this a big. Hey, Plika Flare, how's it going, my dude? We are trying to figure out... What is this? That's all the graveyards of mouses. Look at this. Look at this mouse graveyard. It's all there. Oh my god. Okay, okay. Ignore the mouse graveyard. Here. I want to make this bigger so you guys can see it. Oh, jeez. Everything's glitching up. Everything's glitching up. There you go. There you go. You guys can see what I'm trying to do here. You now get a general idea. So right now we're trying to get John 51.3 kilograms. We're trying to get Lucy 52.2 kilograms. So right now Lucy's at 52, John's at 52. So then do we need to switch out an arm? No, that's 52.5. So then switch the arm back. Maybe it's the chest. Okay, so we got Lucy at 52.2, but we need John at 52.2. No. Or 51.3. 51.3. So maybe the chest is too much. Or maybe the stomach needs to stay the same. And we just switch the arm. God damn. Dead mice. It's all dead mice. Mickey Mouse Graveyard. It really is the Mickey Mouse Graveyard. There were a lot of mice that got trapped. They got trapped in the underground down here. Like, you see where this mouse is? They're all down there. So maybe... Now, it's gonna look weird because my mouse is actually, like... My mouse, when it's over here, it's actually up here on the screen. Or, it's God damn it. Ugh, sorry. It keeps lagging for some weird reason. I don't even understand. Here, maybe if I... Because this game's working too hard. You know, it's not even that important of a game. You're just supposed to do this. Okay, here, let's add frame skip. Frame skip. There you go. Maybe that works better. So yeah, when the mouse looks like it's over here, it's actually like over here. So it's gonna look weird when I'm starting to click stuff. Who are we gonna replace? You could replace the heart? Oh my god, I did not even know that. Okay, okay, if we could replace the heart, how much is the heart? Okay, replace everything. Okay, so right now, here, I'm gonna do some quick maths. I'm gonna do some quick maths. Okay, so I'm gonna write down how much everything weighs. Hi, it's me, Street Fighter. How's it going, Street Fighter? Nice to see the new sexy account. We are right now trying to figure out a puzzle, and here's how we're gonna figure out the puzzle. So right now, as of right now, here, I need a new page, or I could flip it over. Okay, so, John right now weighs 53.5 kg, and then Lucy right now weighs 51.0 kg. So, here's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna subtract whenever we swap the hearts, or add, or, yeah, subtract. Oh yeah, I remember this puzzle now. So, heart is gonna weigh, here, let's swap them out. Okay, so 51, minus 51.3, so that equals just 0.3 kg. And then with that one, it was 53.2, so, what was it? 53.2, so if we added, or if we subtracted 3 from that, it would be 2. Okay, so yeah, the heart weighs 0.3 kg. So then starting a new one, remove it back, and then you rotate this, or not that one, rotate this. There you go. Rotate that, and we got 53.3 and then 51.2. So the chest is chest equals, it's -2 and 51.2. So it's equals 0.2 kg. And then rotate them back. This is the, like, that's their right arm. That's their right arm. So RA equals, how much is that? Okay, so 51.5, and then, okay, so the right arm equals 0.5 kilograms, and then the belly, or the nose, I'm gonna write nose, equals, that's 52.9, 51.6, so, let me see, yeah, that's weird, so, 5, oh, okay, I get it, because it's 5, yeah, there you go, so it's 0.6 kg is the nose, so the right leg equals, no, rotate those back, right leg equals 4.4 kg, and then the left leg equals that's weird, it equals 0.5, so the left leg equals 0.5 kg. So what we're trying to do here, funny, yeah, dang, okay, so this puzzle's weird, it's very weird. We're basically trying to, I think I know the answer, but I don't want to say it if it's, oh, you don't want to say if it's right, okay, so, we also had a, wait, I don't know why I'm doing all this, give me a second, no, give me the files, I don't have to be doing all that math, look at this, so, I feel like this should be something, like, this has to be something. 1.5. Oh, it tells me here how much everything weighs. So, if I'm doing this correctly, I don't know, that's weird. It's telling me how everything weighs, like the amount of weight and everything. And right now, I mostly have the weight for the male parts, I think. I don't know. It's weird. That's weird. So, okay, let's go back. Let's try this again. So, we want to equal 51.3. Okay, so we got 51.3, and then we have hers at 52.2. 52.2. So, we need to 51.3, oh, 51.0. 51.0, so that's 2, 1. So we need to add 1.2 kilograms to the girl. We need to add 1.2 kilograms. And then we need to 53.5 to 2. We need to lose 2.2 kilograms on him. So what can we do to add 1.2 to her? What we can do is 1.2. So we could replace the nose. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, so we need 6 more. So then 2 and 4, so the chest and the right leg. Chest and the right leg. That's 52.2, but then we don't have enough on him. So let's reset it. We could also do... The heart is 3. Oh, we could do the right arm. And the left leg. So that's 10. And then the chest is 2. Still not right. So then... How about the right arm? No, but then there's no 1. Let me see. 9, 10, 11, 12. We could replace the right leg and the left leg. And then the heart. I feel like we definitely have to replace the heart. At least the heart. At least that's one thing. So let's try to see what else we could do with the heart. I think their hearts should stay where they are. Okay, so then Sheffy says their hearts need to stay. Let me reset that. God, we need to get most of her body parts on him. 1.5 kg. So the hearts stay. So you think the hearts stay. So let's keep that out of the question. So what else can we equal to 6 with only 2, 5, 6, 4, 5? We could do 10, 11, 12. That was the right leg. Oh wait, the right arm, the left leg, and the chest. Well, that didn't work. There was 2 plus 6 plus 4 equals 12. And that didn't work. That didn't work. How about 4 plus 6 is 10. No, never mind. That didn't work either. So then 5 plus 4. But then we need the 3. Then we need to change the hearts. Let me see. 2 plus 5 equals 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We could do, but we already did we already do 2 plus 5 plus 5? Let me see. 2 plus 5 equals the right arm plus 5 equals the left leg. Yeah, we did that already. Dang. Tell me how much the legs weigh for John. Oh, let me see. Okay, so let me see this again. They equal, so the right leg is 4 kilos, 0.4 kilos, and the left leg is 0.5 kilos. So I'm pretty sure, yeah. So this one is 0.4, that one's 0.5, or here. Darn. I love when everything glitches. That one's 0.5. Let me see. I feel like we might have to rotate the legs. I don't know. I don't know. God, this is so glitchy. I don't even know why it's so glitchy. It's not even operating a whole lot. Try switching the entire bodies except the heart. Okay. What? We switched the whole entire body? Why is this why do we need to switch the entire body except the heart? Oh my god, this is BS. Don't tell me this girl wants to transgender. This girl wants to transgender, so we had to switch the entire bodies except the heart? What? That's 5. Wait. God damn it. How? How did that work? Oh my god. That's such... Oh my gosh. I don't even know what's going on with the song anymore. Here, let me try to fix the song. Now the song's going super fast. There you go. Hey, Junipei, I just heard something. It came from, John's operating table. We better check it out. Transgender. God damn it. I should have known it was a transgender. This whole time, man. Uh-huh. The lid on the scale. Hey, it opened. Oh, I get it. It must have opened because it matched John's weight. But that didn't. Why is it that? Why is it that? Why? Why did John's weight? Why was it 53? Why was it 53.5? But when I rotate everything to Samantha's, oh, because of the heart. Okay, god damn it. My previous answer was way off then. Oh, dang. Oh man, what's on the chart? Oh man. So wait, what was your previous answer, Sheffy? Oh, we got the Saturn. We got this. Oh wait, is that Jupiter? I thought that was Saturn. I guess, cause I thought that was the Saturn symbol. Am I not right? Am I not right? Here, let's fucking, let me fix this real quick. Here, and let me actually make this bigger. What if I try that? What if by making it smaller, I'm actually making this worse? There you go. And then there's the mouse graveyard. I'm gonna fix that. Yeah, I thought that was the Saturn symbol. I guess not. I don't know. It says Jupiter on the thing, so maybe it isn't. There you go. Let's go. Well, I mean, because look at that. That looks like Saturn. Oh, whatever. I guess upside down is the Jupiter symbol. Like, it looks like Jupiter like that, but it looks like Saturn upside down. Whatever. So, let me look at this key, actually. I didn't look at the key. There's a mark engraved on the key. I think it's the Jupiter symbol. And then June shows up and she's like, no, that's Saturn. I believe it's Saturn. And then we're like, god damn, you got it wrong this whole time, girl. Okay, so was it this way? No, it wasn't. It was this way. Okay. The operating room, isn't it locked? Oh wait, there's no reason to. Oh, okay, wait. Then where's the other room we're supposed to go through? Oh no, it's not through here. It's there you go. And then there you go. There you go. Hey, hold on. Junipei stopped, about to put the key into the doorknob. What's up? Where's Clover? Huh? Yeah, where the fuck is Clover? She should be here. Here, let me make this smaller again. I know I said I shouldn't have made it smaller, but I'm gonna make it smaller again. Only because it feels like I actually goofed up by doing that. There you go. And let me put the top one up. There you go. Oh, top one. There you go. And then make this big. And then there you go. There you go, and now you can see the top. Unless, maybe I goofed this. Maybe this isn't, maybe it's supposed to be bigger? It is. It is supposed to be bigger. Oh, jeez. Everything's lagged. Everything was lagged for a second. Oh, I love when, you know, everything goofs up. That's my favorite. That's my favorite part. Okay. There you go. Junipei turned around. Clover was nowhere to be seen. God damn it, where the hell did she go? Okay, hold on a minute. I'll just go get her. Oh, man. I was gonna say switch the chest and the heart and the leg, but it didn't know how much of the legs were. Oh, okay. It's all good. It's all good. God damn. I love when my hair's also see-through. Sure thing. Junipei left 7 at the door and was headed back to the operating room. He found her standing next to the operating table. She was staring at the mannequin. Hey, Clover, what's wrong? Come on, let's get out of here. She didn't respond. If she hadn't been standing up, and breathing. Junpei might have thought she was dead. Damn. What's with this lag, man? What's with this lag? I don't understand this lag. Here. There you go. Maybe if I make it smaller. My solution to everything is maybe if I make it smaller. But at the same time, I don't know what's going on here. OBS! What are you doing, my dude? What are you doing? What are you doing? You're not working. And I don't like that. I don't like that, OBS. There you go. There you go. And there you go. There you go. Clover wants to be transgender. That explains everything! Yo! Now we know. Clover wants to be transgender, which is why all that stuff is happening. Jeez. Clover, just, you know, come out of the closet. It's okay. It's all good. It's all good. Your secret's safe with me. If you want to come out, if you want us to switch all your body parts with the male's body parts, then that's okay. Just tell me about it. Maybe I could do some quick maths and figure this out. This is probably the only game that I like, without even like mentally thinking about it, without actually like being like, oh, you know what, here's what I have to do. I have already a notebook and a pen right next to me. Like, I know that whenever I start this game, I'm gonna start doing some math shit. Like, I know I'm gonna start doing math class all over again, and that's what's going on with this game. Here, let me see what's going on in the background. Maybe I could remove some task from, like, maybe my shit, so that, like, is the computer overheated? Maybe. No, it's not. It's actually, like, very cold right now. It's like, yo, you could give me Is the mic back on? The mic is to be back on. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna aggressively tap things. And then now I'm gonna put the thing on. And then I'm gonna tap this. Okay, there you go. Are we back? Is the mic back on? Oh my god, when one thing fucking happens in OBS, another thing happens in OBS. It's the biggest BS. It really is, and it's, oh man, I'm so tired of it. OBS, why you gotta be so mean? Are we back? Are we back? It really be doing some shit to me. You know? I don't even know why OBS won't work. It just doesn't, you know? Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't. Like when I'm just running OBS, OBS will work fine. OBS will work perfectly fine. But the minute I start doing other stuff, like the minute I start playing a game that might be tasking on OBS, OBS is like, "No, I don't want to do this anymore. This is not for me, my dude. This is not for me. This is not my life. This is not what I want to be doing with my day." And I'm like, "No, that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing with your day. You're supposed to be working. That's the thing." Now, also another rip is that the live stream stuff isn't working right now, so I don't even know if we're live on YouTube. There you go. Let me see. Maybe this works. What's going on, YouTube? YouTube! Not you too. Not you too, YouTube. I have to wait for this to load. We can't figure out if Clover wants to transgender because I don't know if this is working yet. I don't know if we're back on. If we're not back on, then why? Okay. Oh, okay, we're back. We're back. Is this good? Are we good? Are we back live? Are we live again? Is this working? Okay. Cause someone else just went live. Oh, okay. Oh, never mind. I think it's working. Not sure, cause someone else just went live. Okay, fine. I think we're good. I think we're good. It looks like we're good. It's just weird. It's being weird. She didn't respond. If she hadn't been standing. Oh, okay. What are you doing? Did you want to come back here and say goodbye to John? Like, is that what you want? It wasn't the best joke, but it was something, an attempt to lighten the mood. Clover didn't laugh. She stood stock still and said nothing. Hey, Clover, can you hear me? Perhaps it was something he said, or perhaps it was something else. Suddenly her mouth opened, and she whispered in a dry, dead voice. My brother might be dead. Oh. Huh? That's why we couldn't find him. If he's dead, I'm going to be next. Damn, don't be thinking like that. Suddenly, the operating room felt very cold because the air conditioning turned on. The air conditioning turned on in the room. Why are you not working, OBS? Oh man, OBS, my dude. Is there anything else that's running in the background that I don't need on? Like, is there anything else running in the background? Cause OBS is acting like it's gonna die in 5 seconds. Okay. Like every now and then on my screen, my actions or anything whenever I talk, it'll just completely freeze. And then I'll just be like, you'll see just one face like this, and then I'll be talking and you'll hear my voice and everything, or maybe, I don't know. What are you talking about? What's wrong with you? He gave her a small shake, but she still didn't respond. Her silence grew heavy. Junpei, what do you want to do? Aw, jeez. Told Clover they need to leave. Give her the 4-leaf clover. You know what? Give Clover the clover. She needs it right now. If that makes her happy, then that makes her happy. Oh, yeah. He didn't know why, but suddenly Junpei remembered something he had been given earlier. He reached into his pocket and dug it out. A 4-leaf clover. Santa had given it to him in the second classroom. But, wait, he held it out to Clover. Did you know that each leaf on the 4-leaf clover means something? That's actually an important choice. Yes, thank goodness I fucking took that from Clover. Cause he kept crying and complaining about how, like, he's like, oh, I don't want this. It means, like, love, hope, and trust and everything. And that's not for me because I'm an edgy bitch. And I'm like, yes, just give it to me then. Howdy, Clover. Clover the Clover. Howdy, I'm Clover. Clover the Clover. I kind of want to play, pacifist route of Undertale for you guys one day. Hope, faith, love, and luck. Take it. Use it. It's as good as the good luck charm. Yeah, and you know what? Why would I keep it? Why would I keep the clover? I know what I'm gonna be doing. I know what choices I have to make. And if I die, the game's over. So I might as well help this one girl out. You know? Take it. Use it as a good luck charm. He pressed the 4-leaf clover onto her hand. Listen to me, Clover. No matter what happens, you can never lose hope. You have to remember what's most important, and you have to have faith and to have love. If you remember all those, that'll bring you good luck. He just yells the bold letters. Snake, I mean your brother, he's not dead. He's alive somewhere. I'm sure of it. You've got to believe in that. Clover stared at the 4-leaf clover in her hand. He could see tears start to form at the corners of her eyes. Thank you. Her voice was tiny and broken, but as she spoke, she started to cry. She tried to hide her tears, by looking at the floor, but it did little good. She wiped away tears from her baggy arms with her baggy arms of her jacket, but more quickly took their place. No matter how hard she tried, she couldn't stop crying. Her tears made small wet circles on the floor. Thank you. She said it again. Then she looked up at Junpei and seemed to choke down the last of her grief. She did her best to smile. Junpei wiped an earnest tear from her cheek with his thumb and gave her the best smile he could manage. Now come on. Seven's waiting for us at the exit. But still, she didn't make a move. She didn't move. Oh, I read that wrong. Wait, before we go, there's one thing I want to ask you, too. Ask you. What's that? What do you think when you hear the word experiment? For a moment, his mind froze. He then came back to his senses and realized the word meant nothing to him, aside from the dictionary definition. What? Uh-oh. I guess it was just a coincidence then. I mean, that you knew the 4-leaf clover. Look, I'm sorry. I didn't want to be a jerk, but you're making less than no sense right now. No. It's nothing. Just forget about it. Oh. Give me that. Don't give me that. You really think I could just drop this? What's this experiment you were talking about? Clover looked away. The 4-leaf clover was still in her hand. She stared at it for a long moment and then finally spoke. You promise you won't tell anyone? Cross my heart. Hey, Moses, how's it going? Why you say rip YouTube? YouTube is not canceled yet. I don't know if you remember, but or if you were there, but YouTube shut down for YouTube actually shut down a little bit of my stream, and then it shut down later that day, for at least a good couple minutes or an hour at least. I don't know. It shut down for a good while. But now it's back up. Now it's actually working. Sadly, no, I'm just kidding. The 4-leaf clover was still in her hand. She stared at it for a long moment and finally spoke. Cross my heart. Really? Really. I can trust you, right? Of course you can. Everyone, I got a secret that Clover just told me. Oh, come on. Why'd it goof? Why'd it goof? Oh, man. I just turned around like, everyone, I got Clover's secret. Oh, it happened when I see it. Oh, wait. Oh, that happened when I see it. Oh, jeez. Oh, man. Sadly. Damn human. God damn it. Oh, man. Clover slipped the four-leaf clover into her pocket. Her eyes still red, crying. She looked up at Junpei.
Okay, then I'll tell you. I'll tell you what happened on the ship 9 years ago.
Wait. On the ship? On the ship? I can't stand the thing. Wait, I can't stand the thing that happened in YouTube. Oh, man. Oh, the shutdown, the temporary shutdown. Same. I couldn't. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, the ship.
He was entirely lost. He had 1,000 questions, but it was probably best, he thought, to save them until Clover had finished.
It was an experiment to test some sort of psychic thing. Something about communication through the fields that you can't see.
Fields that you can't see? He heard something like this before. Clover nodded.
Like, think about this.
She pointed at the operating table. On top of it was somewhat a mismatched medical mannequin whose parts had been swamped with the other mannequins. Oh, so this guy wanted a transgender. So he wanted to transgender to a girl, and the other one wanted to transgender to a male. Okay, I get it. Time for disasters to... Wait, what? Time for disasters to react. Oh, okay.
This is John, right? But is he really John?
All Junpei would think was she has finally completely lost it. Why is your mouse big? Oh, because I made the screen's super small. You guys can't see it, but the screen's super small for me. But it's normal size for you guys. It's actually big for you guys. So my mouse is actually just like this is how small the screen is. Like it's just there. It's just there. It's just there. Yeah. So let's get right into this. Isn't this like Luckage something? Blah blah blah. I didn't read that. Or the ship of Thesis. Junpei grew even more confused. He never heard of either of those things, although they sounded smart.
You don't know. You haven't heard of those paradoxes.
Junpei shook his head. Clover laughed.
Okay, well, pay attention then. This is how a Lux socks work. Let's say that we got a pair of socks that are my favorite socks. One of them gets a hole in it. What would you do if it was your sock, Junpei?
I don't know. Patch it up? Well, I guess I patch it up. Get some cloth and close the hole.
But what if another hole opens?
I'd add another patch, I suppose.
What if another hole opened after that?
Another patch, I guess?
Let's say you just keep adding new patches until eventually the original cloth of the sock is totally gone.
Ah, jeez.
Once you get to that point, can you really say it's the same sock you started with?
That's tough. Junpei crossed his arms. So, that's the lock sock thing.
Yeah. The ship of Thesis is a lot like that. The ship of Thesis...
Oh, jeez. I don't know why my screen pauses. Okay, what's going on? Why is... okay, 1,000-degree knife drops on the computer and slashes the computer. Why? Why, Moses? Why? The ship of Thesis.
If you keep fixing the damaged parts of the ship, eventually it ends up to none of the parts that it started with. Can you really say that the ship of Theseus, that you started with? And what if you took all those old parts from the first ship and built another one from somewhere else? Then which ship is the real ship of Theseus?
It's the god. What do you mean it's the god? I don't know. What do you mean?
The one you repaired or the one you built is with all the original parts.
It was an interesting question. Sorry, but I'm slightly nutting because I love paradoxes. You're just like, oh yeah, this game's the best. I love these paradoxes. Oh, nah. It was an interesting question. Clover could see Junpei was intrigued.
Hey, do you think it's the same?
What's the same?
These guys. Is this John? Or is it Lucy now?
Look. Okay, first off, they're transgendered. I'm pretty sure John likes to be called Lucy now, and Lucy wants to be called John. Okay? Let's not force them back to their original names. That'd be kind of dickish. Don't you agree, Clover? Then wouldn't you agree that would be a dick move if Lucy transgendered and we just started calling her John? Or we started calling her Lucy still, even after she transitioned to John? Like, that's a little mean. That's a little mean, okay, Clover? It's Lucy is John now. Is that what Clover's telling me? That's what Clover's telling me, that Lucy is John now. Lucy is John now. My character is half frisk that slashes... Wait. My character is half frisk that slash and have 90 level. John and Lucy is juicy. They're both juicy, okay? They're gorgeous people. Don't make fun of them. No, I'm just kidding. Or is it Lucy now? It was an intriguing question. Clover could see Junpei was intrigued. Junpei looked at the operating table again. The mannequin full of body parts from a different body. Clover had been right. It was just like the Lock's sock and the ship of Theseus. The part of the body that holds the person's identity is the head. Of course, for many hundreds of years, controversial wisdom had held that the man's identity resided in his heart and a number of internal organs. John's head and heart were his, but a part of that and a single arm, the rest of the body had been Lucy's. Was the mannequin really John? No, we call John a different name. John goes by, like, Jeffrey, or not Jeffrey. John goes by, Jackie. I don't know. I'm trying to think of a female name for John. John didn't really give himself a transgender name, okay? So I'm giving him a transgender name.
We're just like these mannequins.
She looked at Junpei again.
Think about it. The cells in our bodies change every day. Old ones die and the new ones are born. Maybe part of the arm is made of the stuff from the fish I once ate, or maybe the part of your right side is made from the cow you ate. If you take a little further, those cows and fishes are made from something else too, right? That's how we're all connected. Through fields that can't be seen with the naked eye.
The silence was broken by Seven. Hey, we're gonna get the hell out of here? Hey! What the hell are you taking you two so long? Seven had appeared in the doorway. He was not happy. How long are you gonna make me wait? We didn't have time to screw around. Exactly. Oh my god. Yes, Seven. There is one man still in the waiting room just outside who knocked himself out because he's about to drown. Let's be honest here. He's going to drown, okay? So we need to get the hell out of here to help him. Clover looked at Junpei as if to say there was more she wanted to tell him. She shook her head. Whatever she had to tell him, she didn't want to tell him in front of Seven. Seven seemed to catch on. Oh, what were you two doing? Was there some sort of secret meeting?
No, it wasn't. We were
Just...
playing with the mannequins.
Huh.
Let's go, Junipero.
Moving a little bit too fast, but entirely innocent, Clover headed towards the exit. 7 stared at her and then turned to Junipero with an amused expression. Playing with the mannequins, huh? Don't you know you were into that kind of thing, Junipero? Whoa! No! No, I mean, well, maybe. John is now Jane, and Lucy is now Luke. There you go. There you go. See, Atlas thought of their transgender names. Okay, good job, Atlas. You know what? We're not calling him John. We're calling him Jane. We're not calling her / him now Lucy. We're calling him Luke. There you go. There you go. Let's do this. 7 stared at her after her, then turned to Junipero with an amused expression. You're a dick. Why are you calling him a dick? Wow. I still like Juicy. Juicy. Together, if they ever get married, the ship is juicy. Okay? The ship is juicy. Or juke. Juke. Junipero dashed past him and traced Clover's path out the door. Let's get the hell out of here. With a short laugh, 7 followed. They stood looking at the door. Junipero took the Jupiter key. All right, I'm gonna go open it now. Is that cool? You don't need to keep asking. Just do it, all right? Fine then. He set the key into the keyhole and turned it. He's like, I didn't think you were into that too. And I'm like, hey! It's just the key. We're not into that. He felt it unlock. Oh, jeez. I don't know, it sounded weird. The door opened with a soft, melancholy creak. That's not soft. That was scary. Beyond it laid a simple white hallway. There was no fanfare or confetti. Obviously, there was no one there to applaud them. They simply walked through the door. That was it. Alright, let's get going. Hey, man, what's with you? You're so serious, you know? Can't you sound more happy? You don't get all excited? You don't get a little excited? Not really. I mean, we're here because we're here against our will, so why are we gonna be happy? It's kind of iconic. I'm the only one who thought of their transgender names. Like, isn't someone else supposed to care? You know, other than the bloodlust-filled Timmy? Yeah, you know, like, isn't there someone else that's supposed to be like, hey, how about I think of their names too? I don't know. Well, I mean, Sheffy thought of their ship name, which is Juicy. Their ship name is Cutesy. Their cutesy little ship name, which is also Juicy. Or wait, their Juicy is their ship name, which is also Cutesy. There you go. That's how the song's supposed to go. Anyway, Junipero turned away from 7 and took his first step down the simple white hallway. My brother might be dead.
I'm going to be next.
Clover had told him only a few minutes before that her brother was probably dead, and she was likely to follow him. How could he pretend to be happy after hearing something like that?
But we found a way out. We found it. Now we could go to bed and,
I don't know, cry about other things. You know, I kind of want to play, I really want to play, Fatal Frames. I want to play Fatal Frames 2. They left the operating room. The hallway took them around several corners and past several doors, but they were all locked. Until at last, the final door was hidden in the corner of the hall. Junipero grabbed the handle. As he made it push open, a voice stopped him. The voice came from behind him and belonged to neither 7 nor Clover.
Jumpy!
He spun around. He saw someone running toward him and at the end of the open hallway, there were 3 people coming toward Junpei with his companions. Santa, Lotus, and June. Hey! Can you play Street Fighter in the weekend? I could see about that. I mean, it is my birthday weekend. I don't think I have Street Fighter, though. I don't have any new Street Fighter. Just the one that, like, I played that one time. And I don't know if it's gonna work on my Xbox 360, because, I barely got it to work. I barely got that game to work. There are 3 people coming towards Junpei and his companions, Santa, Lotus, and June. They pulled up short in front of Junpei, breathing hard. Whoa! What the hell is this?
What are you doing here?
What? But we didn't... Before he could finish, Clover spoke.
Hey guys, could you take a look at this?
She was standing at the end of the small hallway that branched off to the right. The rest of them ran over to her, curious as to what she had found. There was something on the wall at the end of the hallway. Oh, dang. The map of the ship's interior. It said C deck on the upper left corner. It was, they assumed, a map of the floor they were on. I want a PS4 badly. Me too. I want a PS4 badly too, you know. Isn't there a Street Fighter on the PS4? If there is, I need it. But yeah. Door 7 and door 8, the map confirms that they would eventually, confirmed that they already knew both doors would eventually lead to the hallway where they found themselves. In fact, yeah, isn't that what I said? We aren't gonna split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated a little, or a while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. That's how the non-honorary game works. Junpei looked at the map and the ship's interior again. You know, technically, we never... Yes, there's Street Fighter 5. Oh, sweet. I don't have that one. Sadly, I don't have that one. But also, I just realized that there's never, like, besides what happened to 9, there's never been a point in the game where we actually, like, are at any risk of our lives. There's never really a point in the game where, like, if we don't do something, we're gonna die soon. Except for the freezer. The freezer was, like, we could die there, and then and then trying to find our code. We could have died there. But besides that, we didn't really have, like, or trying to reach the dead. Trying to reach the dead, that was one moment. But besides that, there wasn't really, like, a moment where we could have, like, possibly died. But yeah. As he looked more closely, his surprise and excitement gave away his wariness. One by one, the others saw what he'd seen. They moved as one for the door. He pulled the map of the ship's interior off the wall and put it in his pocket and followed the others. You know that map's not going to do anything for us. The 6 of them stood in front of the door, arrayed in a semicircle. Santa stepped forward. He took a hold of the door and spoke without looking back at the other 5. Ready? I'm going to open it. Slowly, all 5 nodded their silent assent. With a deep breath, Santa threw open the door. They poured through the doorway and into the room. Even without looking around, each one of them knew where they were. They were just where the map had said they would be. The same room they had been in not so very long ago. What? A tremendous central hospital room with empty beds from wall to wall. I see. I believe I understand what you're saying. The 6 of you split into 2 teams and went through doors 7 and 8. You solved the puzzles of the operating room and the laboratory and then met one another in the hallway after opening your respective locked doors. He looked like another one might after only just waking up, but it seemed that its brain was working as well as ever. He had managed to grasp, summarize, and understood each team's report. At any rate, I feel a bit silly for my little show of altruism. Yeah, you know what? Now we all feel silly. Now we all feel like we just goofed up. I mean, here we are, crying about how he possibly might have died, but also not really. Here, I'm gonna check up on YouTube real quick. There you go. Just to make sure everything's still working. Yeah, so my thing is like, here he is crying about whether we're actually gonna make it, and this whole time there was no real problem or anything. So, why? Ripperoni? Ripperoni, are we still good? Are we still good? Is that Ripperoni on the stream, or is that Ripperoni that we just went in a full circle? There you go. Here, let me see this. I'm gonna refresh this page just in case. But I mean, like, really? We just went in a circle? And here he is crying? I mean, on Ace, lol. Just, why? Why? Why do you make, not the stream. Damn, you know, well, true, well, yeah. I'm happy it's not the stream, but also, like, the fact that your boy just, like, he knocked himself out because he thought he was gonna drown to death. And then we show up and we're like, no, we just went in a complete circle, my dude. We went through door 7 and, like, and 8, and nothing absolutely happened. We made 0 progress in this game. Damn. That really sucks, my dudes. I'm not gonna lie. That low-key kind of sucks. But I guess that's how the cookie crumbles. At any rate, I feel a bit silly for my little altruism. He managed to I'm sure you'll be back for me. I did hope you come back, but I confess I did not think you'd be back so soon. A shook his head with a rueful smile. Well, we saw each other again, and we ain't dead, so I said it's good enough. 7 smiled. Anyway, I say we get out of this creepy old place. We found the key we need.
The key?
Ain't that what I just said? I'm talking about that Jupiter key we found in the operating room. Right, Junpei? Junpei nodded.
Ah, the solar system keys. Actually, we found one in the laboratory too.
Oh, this one's Earth. Yes, we need the Earth key, girl. Yes. Okay,
here's the Earth key.
Lotus dug out a still warm key with an Earth symbol on it. What, did she like pull it out of her boobs? Did she do that thing where she like pulls it out like that and she's like, here you go?
I might lose it. It's probably better if you hold on to it.
That's why,
that way it won't be my fault if it gets lost.
And with that, she pressed it into Junpei's hand. He felt slightly less than honored. As the group, they now had 3 keys that had not been used. So we got the Jupiter key, which had been found in the operating room, the Saturn card that had been found in the kitchen, and the Earth key, which Lotus had just handed to Junpei. Junpei tucked the new keys into his pocket. June spoke up.
The Jupiter key is supposed to be for the door at the end of the long, straight hallway, right?
Yeah. If the map's right, then it connects to the central staircase. Next to stairs.
Wait.
They were the first words anyone had heard out of Clover in quite some time. Her face suggested that they weren't going to be happy words.
What about door 3?
Look. You saw the map, right? Same as 7 and 8. I just lead us back to the big hospital room. There's no point in seeing what's in the other side of the door.
There is a point. At least there is for me.
There were tears in her eyes, but she glared at 7 as hard as she could, just the same. She looked very much like a frightened puppy. There wasn't a man alive who could have resisted those eyes. 7 looked everywhere in the room except at Clover and muttered and coughed apologies under his breath. Yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Snake might be on the other side of door 3. Clover nodded once. Look, here's what we could do. We already know how to solve the puzzle. What's wrong about going through door 3? I mean, what's so bad about going through door 3? We could go to door 3, solve the puzzle again, meet up with everyone else. Depending on who goes in through there, you know? So Clover for sure has to go. So that's 4. Now we just have to equal 3, the digital root of 3, with 3 more people. And that's not too bad, you know? That's not too bad. The next person to speak with Ace was Ace. Very well. I'll come with you then. Well, oh, come on. Okay, so 4 plus 5. 4 plus 5 equals, 4 plus 1. 4 plus 1 equals 5. So then we need to equal 3 by, goddamn. How are we gonna equal 3? They'll do it for me. I've had a nice long rest. I think it's time I was up and about again. So 7, will you help me? Oh, so 7, you'll help me, won't you? Wait, okay, plus 7 equals 8, 9, 10, 11. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12. And then that equals 3. Yeah, that works. Huh? Me? Junpei did the calculations quickly in his head. 4 plus 1 plus 7 equals 12. 1 plus 2 is 3. Oh, Jesus. Which door were you choosing? Oh, 3. We were choosing door 3 because Clover wants to go through door 3 to see if her brother's still there. If he's in there, he's probably exploded. Not gonna lie. It looks like 7 was doing them too. At last, he gave up. Damn. Well, I guess that's how it's gotta be. So I'm going with you, huh? So he has to do this whole challenge again. So yes, you are. Alright, let's get moving. So it was decided that Clover, Ace, and 7 would discover what lay beyond door 3. Damn, dude, Ace is like small, tiny hand. Okay, we're headed out. Be careful. Whoa, didn't think I'd be hearing that from you, Lotus.
Don't let it go to your head. I'd be in trouble if 3 of you brought it. The rest of us can't open door 9.
Ugh. The truth comes out. 7 nodded as if to answer made much more sense and pulled the lever on the red. Oh damn, what's gonna be behind door number 3? Okay, let's go. The door opened and Ace, Clover, and 7 jumped through it. 6, 7, 8. No! After exactly 9 seconds, the door closed noisily.
Alright, we should get moving too.
Huh.
Get moving?
Where are we going? Everyone except Lotus seemed rather confused.
Well, it would be a rather waste of time if we just sit around, wouldn't it? Let me explain. I get it. We're gonna see if we can get anything interesting with the Jupiter key. Yes! Yes, if we're lucky, we might find Snake.
They were at the end of the hallway lined by individual hospital rooms. The Jupiter symbol was engraved on the keyhole.
All right, Junipero, open it if you please.
Yeah, I'm on it. Junipero pulled the Jupiter key out of his pocket and slid it into the keyhole. He twisted. With a nice sharp click, he felt the door unlock. Alright, ready you guys? Junipero's companions nodded. He nodded back and then slowly, quietly opened the door. Inside was exactly what he expected to see from the map on the ship's interior. There were in a tremendous hall, almost like a ballroom, with massive central staircase. Great, back to the beginning. You sure this is a good idea? What do you mean? Well, we already searched every inch of this room, didn't we? I'm asking if there's any reason to come back here. I mean, of course there's a reason. Of course there's a reason. Man, sometimes I can't get, I know why the reason. Okay, so there's multiple reasons. There's multiple reasons. But one of the reasons for sure is that we have the Earth key and we got the Saturn card. We don't know what the Saturn card does though. I mean, oh no. I know for sure that I thought we got the Saturn card. Or I thought we found the Saturn like thing. But yeah, there's a reason. Huh? This. Junpei pulled two things out of his pocket. Yeah! The Saturn card and the Earth key. Nothing's in vain. Nothing's in vain. Clover or whatever the fucking name is. Not Clover. Fucking Santa. Fake ass Santa. Santa cocked his head to one side like an exquisite Bertie. Like an exquisite Bertie. Damn. This OBS like straight up froze for like a whole minute almost. It just went like everything was frozen. Anyway, an exquisite bird and looked at them. As after several long moments during which it became apparent that Santa had no idea what the cards meant. June took pity in him.
Don't you remember, Santa? On the sea deck, where we are now, there was a big elevator behind the stairs, remember? And next to the elevator was the card reader, which, with the Saturn symbol on it. On the A deck on the door, on the left, there was a keyhole with the Earth symbol on it, I think. Was the two keys that Jumpy has? Oh, it was the two keys that Jumpy has.
Should let us use the elevator and the door on the A deck, huh?
Yeah, that's right.
June smiled, pleased with him. So did Santa. Alright, I got it. Let's get started then. What do you say we split into two teams? Lotus and I search the Earth one, so you two can search Saturn, alright? Oh my gosh. Wow, there's a lot of splitting up here. Okay, there's a lot of splitting up here. A lot of splitting up. But I'm happy I'm with my girl June. Okay, so I'll give you guys a Saturn card, and then you guys go to Saturn. And then I get the Earth key, and I search the Earth. Because we're on a ship, and we need to get out of here before Earth kills us.
Sounds good.
Junpei handed the Earth key to Santa. They decided that their initial search would be brief, only 10 minutes. They met back near the staircase once they were done. Wait, my Wi-Fi keeps cutting in and out. Which door did you go to? Oh, we didn't choose the door yet. But they're asking, they're saying that we should split up into 2 groups. One of us takes Saturn, the other one takes Earth. So I haven't gone through a door yet. But, okay, so here's what happened. Ace, Clover, and Seven went to door 3 to go find Snake. Me and June are going to split up, and Lotus and Santa are going to split up. So that's going to be happening soon. Junipero and June headed to the elevators. Sure enough, there was a card reader bolted. Oh, okay, so I guess we're going to take Saturn anyways. Never mind. Next to the left elevator. He lined up the Saturn key card and wiped it through the reader. A light on the upper left corner blinked to life. Great! Looks like it's working now.
All right.
What happened to her voice? All right! Arriba! She just, like, starts rolling her, like, R's.
All right. Now, how do you call the elevator?
I think there's a single button on the right of the elevator door. On the bottom was upside down triangle, the universal symbol for going down. There didn't appear to be an up button. Junipero pushed it, and he didn't have much of a choice. It's just water that rushes in. Watch this be a bad decision. Watch us opening this elevator be like the worst decision we ever made, because it actually is another way to pour water in.
It opened. Look, Jumpy.
June's voice is excited, but Jumpy could hear the tinge of anxiety. Sweet, it opened. Okay, let's get moving. He grinned at June and stepped towards the elevator door. As he was about to set foot in, he felt a hand on his arm. Why you gotta be so flirty now? This is not a time to be flirty.
Wait.
What?
I'm not ready. Really, I'm not really. Gosh.
Junipero was at something of a loss. What could she possibly be so frightened of? June was possibly afraid of being locked up alone with the boy. Why is June always gotta be so perverted? Or, they could only go down. I would be shook that we could only go down. She was afraid because the only elevator button pointed down. That meant, of course, that the elevator couldn't go any higher. It couldn't go higher than the floor they were on. As he thought about it, Junipero realized he hadn't seen the elevators on the A or B deck near the central staircase, all of which meant the elevator could only convey them to the lower decks. And the 4 below them were on the D deck, should be completely submerged. That meant... Hey, wait a minute. The elevators came up from somewhere under us, right?
Well, yes, I guess they did. I didn't open right away after you pressed the button. There was a motor noise, like something moving, and then it opened.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, take a look inside. Junipero jerked his head towards the interior of the elevator. It's not wet at all, is it? The walls are even... He's like, take a look inside. He puts his head in, and then the doors close on him, and it cuts his head off. Oh, dear God, this scene. What scene? Oh, God. It's, not wet at all, is it? The walls and the floor are, totally dry. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna save in case this... Actually, it's too late to save, isn't it? It's too late to save. I'll put this on 5, though. I'll save it on 5.
Oh, you're right. They are.
They looked around the elevator, slightly embarrassed. Well, let's test it.
Test it?
Yeah, watch this. Junipero put one foot on the elevator and bent down the corner of the door until he could see the floor buttons. There were only 2, E and C. He pushed the E button and jumped out of the elevator. The door slid shut and heard the grinding of the motor of the elevator car move down. Watch it come back up and it's just like it's just full of water. It's just water. And they're like, ah! They're like, I guess we're not going down that one. Let's go find Lotus and Santa. For a few moments later, they heard the sound of the elevator door grinding open and several floors below. Junpei nodded and June then pressed the elevator button again. A few moments later, the elevator returned. Damn. The door slid open, and just as Junpei had expected, there was no water to be found. See? Junpei couldn't resist puffing out his chest just a little bit. He's like, see? No water. I'd be very shook too. I'd be like, whoa, Junpei, chill, okay, my dude? You just proved that the elevator had no water in it, okay? June, however, still looked confused. I would be very confused also.
What do you mean? How can the E deck be safe, but the D deck is full of water?
Well, here's what I think. The elevator shaft and the E deck must be watertight and separate from whatever the ship's been punctured. Here, let me show you. He pulled out a notebook and pen and sketched out the... Where did he pull this out? Did he just pull this out of his asshole? He just said, whoa, here's the pen, here's the notebook. I write out, every time I'm a college student. Here's what I do. I know that I'm always going to have to be taking notes on the spot, so I shove the pen and paper up my asshole so that whenever I need to take notes, all of a sudden I forgot my shit. I just shit it out. I pull it out of my asshole and I put it down and I start writing. I start writing a bunch of shit like I don't know. Where the fuck did the pen go? No! The pen is lost. I need that pen. Oh, wait, there it is. God damn it, my hair was in the way. I just have it there so I could take notes like calculus and such and gay stuff. Like, that's what he's doing. Junpei has infinite sources of pens and papers. He is the perfect student, man. Like, if I had an infinite supply of pen and paper, oh my god, I'd be like, high school would be way more easier. I don't know why, but I was always losing that shit in high school. He pulled a book and pen out of his anal cavity. That's exactly what he did. Exactly what he did. Like, here he could be shitting out that bomb, but he can't shit because he put a pen and paper up his asshole. He pulled out a sketchbook, pen, and rough illustration. See? So that way, the ship hasn't sunk. The shape of the inside keeps it from filling the water.
Yeah, I think I get what's going on.
Junpei continued talking as he closed the notebook and slipped it back into his asshole. It's his pocket, but I really think it's his asshole. So I'm going to go down and check it out. You stay here, alright?
But...
Come on. Just do it. You're a woman. Stay here, cook and clean. Alright? He gave June's shoulder a reassuring squeeze and then hopped into the elevator. Why are you going by yourself? This is a bad idea. He pushed the E button on the door and began to close. June looked worried, her eyes darting back and forth as if she was trying to make a decision when suddenly...
I'm coming with you!
Huh? At the last possible moment, June dashed forward, turning sideways just in time to the doors slip through the gap between the closing doors. Oh, just to slip through the gap. Junpei jammed his finger against the open button, but it was too late. The door had shut, and he and June were in the elevator and headed down to the E deck. He was so surprised that by June that he didn't even have time to think about what awaited him in the E-deck. The elevator stopped and the door slid open. They stepped off onto the floors outside of the elevator. Nothing seemed especially unusual. No fish going about their fishy business, or jellyfish floating lazily through the water. There was, however, a blowfish, or at least something that looked very much like one. June's cheeks were puffed out, and her mouth a tiny, intense frown. Oh, jeez. Oh, knock it off. It's just like I thought. This part hasn't flooded. Come on, let's just look around. There's no water here. June looked around nervously then.
Ah!
Exhaled.
You're right. It's not flooded at all.
See?
But there's a whole lot of water.
Yeah, right on top of us.
What's going to happen if the ceiling breaks?
Junpei thought about it for a moment. Well, then we're fucked. We'll probably die.
Oh no, don't be so casual about something like that.
At any rate, we should probably go back as soon as we can, once we're done looking around here. Lotus and Santa might already be back.
Okay, good idea.
Junpei glanced around the room they found themselves in. The first thing he noticed was a set of thick iron bars. Dude, you could easily go through those iron bars. You cannot tell me that you cannot go through those iron bars super easily. They ran the length of the room, separating the left elevator from the right one. Well, we can't go through there.
Right.
Then perhaps in the corner of the room that housed the elevators, Junpei found an opening. He walked up to it and stuck his head around the corner. A long, straight hallway outstretched in front of him.
The door at the end of the hallway, there's something written on it.
Yeah, let's go have a look. Junpei and June started off down the hallway at a brisk clip, somewhere between a run and a jog. Before long, they found themselves in the front of the door. On it was the number written in bright red paint. 6.
666.
No, I knew it.
This is a numbered door?
And indeed, there was a red bulletin on the wall right next to the door. Of course, with only two people, there wasn't much they could do with it. Alright, let's head back.
Yes.
Junpei and June turned and headed back to the C deck. On their way back, Junpei noticed the map on the wall. As it turned out, it was burnt map of the ship's interior of E-deck.
Huh. So you guys found door 1?
They met back up with Santa and Lotus, who had explained that what they found. Apparently, there was another numbered door on the A deck, just like the one in the E deck before the door beyond the Earth key. According to Santa and Lotus, there was one on the door. All told, that they had discovered 2 new doors, the 6th door and the 1 door.
It was interesting. The E deck wasn't flooded.
Lotus was quiet for a moment, lost in thought. Well, didn't really know if all the E deck is safe. We only checked the area around the elevator.
Even so, it's still very interesting.
You said the 6th door was there, right?
Yes.
Then that means Zero planned all this out, even the sinking. That would have meant some pretty serious remodeling of the ship's interior.
That's pretty mind-blowing when you think about it.
Yeah.
I wonder how long it took. I can't even imagine how much what it must have cost.
It would have been a ton, that's for sure. Well, that does go along with what Ace was saying. The most reasonable explanation would be that this was done by some organization. This accused with access with a whole lot of cash.
Yes, that does make sense.
That thought made them all go quiet for a moment. June bit her lip while Lotus sighed softly to herself, and Santa cracked a stiff neck and stared off into the distance at nothing.
I don't think it's a very good idea to stay here.
June looked up at Junpei with the large, pleading eyes. Yeah, you're right. Ace and his team might be back already. Before you die, you gotta grab a handful of Lotus titty. We just go like, no, time to die, and then just like he just grabs onto it, and then he just like he floods, or he chokes to death from Lotus. Lotus probably actually killed him after that. You know, she took him out of his misery.
Well, Junpei, and I should be able to open door run.
Huh? You guys are leaving me behind? 8 plus 6 plus 5 is 19. 1 plus 9 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1.
Just kidding. All right, let's go.
Lotus's words were all... Wait. If we have... No, I wouldn't be able to. I was thinking maybe if we had June and Junpei, so that's like 5 and 6. Oh, wait, no. Is it 5 and 6? Yeah, it's 5 and 6 equals 11 plus 8 and 3 equals 8, 9, 10, 11. And then 11 plus 11 equals 22. 22. And then 2 plus 2 equals 4. God damn it. I was hoping we could at least go through door 6. Lotus's words were all made contemptuous. They needed. But to the large hospital room they went. The moment they stepped inside, a tremendous voice echoed across the room. Hey! Where the hell did you guys go? It was 7. Ace was right behind him, and Clover was right behind Ace, although she seemed to be hanging back. It looked as though they were something strange about them. 7 had looked at the man who had seen a ghost. Ace was just as pale, and Clover looked though she was... Yeah, you know what? Why didn't we tell them that we were gonna go looking around? Why didn't we tell them that? That's so stupid. She was only moments from passing out entirely. For a long moment, they simply stood there looking at one another. Junpei looked around nervously, waiting. Sorry. Junpei looked around nervously, waiting for someone else to speak. No one else did. He did look at 7. What happened? What the hell kind of question is that? 7 was trying very hard to be angry, but something had shaken him hard. His shoulders were trembling, and his voice was strained. Snake is... 7 couldn't finish. He just looked away, his voice twisted by Junpei, wasn't sure what. Instead, Ace spoke. He took a deep breath and closed his eyes and spoke. God damn it, I hate this. I hate this. Snake is dead. He died just as the 9th man did. What? How do we know this? How do we know this? No! How? It was as if the air had suddenly been sucked out of the room. Junpei felt his heart quicken, and he realized that he was having trouble breathing. He could feel cold sweat beating on his forehead and neck. June, Santa, and Lotus looked the way he felt. Snake! 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 You know what? Actually, let me see if I can find it. Let me see. Snake. I spelled snake wrong. There you go. God damn it. Oh, they got a baby snake. I kind of want to raise a snake. There you go. It's a little bit of a meme. There you go. That's what I feel. That's what I feel like right now. Here, I'll make it louder. Snake! Rip Snake. God damn it. I kind of had a feeling that they'd find him dead like that. But I know, same. I had a feeling, you know, because, like, where... Ah! Oh, man, but how did he get through? All three were frozen in place. Their faces white. Oh, God.
It's not true, is it? We should make sure.
Yeah, we should. They nodded at one another and headed to door number 3. Wait! Not that way! They stopped short and turned to look at 7. He was pointing at the door with no number. Oh, God! I stuck a screwdriver in there to keep the door closing all the way. It's not locked, so you could go in that way. Where is he? The shower room. It's the left side of the hallway. I put a broom in there too to keep the door open. We can get in there without going through a numbered door, right? Yeah, that's right. Their new destination clear. Junpei and his companions headed to the door with no number. Once the hallway was easy to spot the metal door on the left wall. It hadn't been open when they'd been through before. But, just as 7 had said, there was a broom stuck between the door and the frame, keeping it open. They looked at it for a moment, then stepped inside.
Oh, it smells horrible.
Lotus wrinkled her nose and covered her mouth in disgust. Even Santa pinched his nose shut. Yeah, that's pretty awful. Oh, man. Time to see human soup. Time to see human soup. Or snake soup. Snake soup. Either or. How are you gonna kill a blind man, though? How are you gonna kill a blind man? At least sacrifice a healthy one. Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's pretty awful. I feel like I'm gonna puke. It was just as bad as they said, perhaps worse. The hideous smell filled the air, so thick they could almost taste it. It was sour and smelled of fish feces and... fish! 'Cause they had fish for dinner! No! The humanity! They had fish for dinner, and then he shit the fish! Because when you die, you shit a little bit. I'm not gonna lie here. That's kind of the joke in South Park, too, that once you die, you just, like, you shit a little bit. But, and burnt meat. Ew. It worked its way through Junpei's nose and down his throat and to pound against the entrance of his stomach. The entrails of his stomach. He put his hand over his mouth and struggled to keep it, what little was in his stomach, where it belonged. God damn, what does it say? Why is it LR? LLR? This game is really good at describing things in detail, like explaining bodies, like exploding bodies. Yes, very much. Oh, fish. I think I ruined fish for me. Oh, God, that's horrible. That's like half your diet right there, Atlas. They didn't have wonder. Wait, they didn't have to wonder where the body was. There was blood everywhere. A few arms. A few arms of the splatter reaching towards them as they walked through the door. All that one had to do was follow many radial arms to the source. The body itself was hidden behind the divider. June, we should stay here. But, please, why do you want to look at the body? You passed out last time you saw a dead body. And the guy was mean. So you're gonna pass out again. Just saying. Please, just do this a favor for me, okay? Alright? He didn't give her a chance to say no. He put his hand over her shoulder as if to shove her to the ground like a terrible, like a tent pole, turned and walked to the door at the end of the divider. It felt like an eternity for him to get there. Santa and Lotus followed, timid and nervous, with a pair of children. Eventually they reached the divider. They looked at one another and nodded slowly. Junpei turned his hands on the divider and peered across the corner. For a moment he had forgotten to breathe. He felt his heart collapse in his chest like an empty cigarette carton, and the time froze. He knew for an instant that he would take the image before him to his grave. Damn. Oh my god, that looks like someone just they put spaghetti with meat sauce in there, and they just poured it into a confetti cannon, and then they shot it all over the wall. Oh my god. I guess Snake took the L. Oh, wait, what? Took an L, huh? Two of them, in fact. He took 2 L's. Goddamn. That, what was left of the body sat in the sea of blood. Chunks of flesh torn on the body sat in blood, like tiny islands in Great Red Sea. Tomato soup, this is tomato soup. Well, how much, what other foods can we ruin for ourselves? What other foods can we ruin for ourselves? A vast rugged hole had been torn in by the torso, and what remained of his intestines spilled out like a flesh spaghetti. Like a flesh spaghetti? Oh my god, that's literally what I said! Like a flesh spaghetti. Knees weak, flesh spaghetti. Smaller chunks of meat had splattered against the wall and become stuck there as they dried. Ketchup. We could also ruin ketchup for ourselves too. Globules of yellow fat had left trails like tiny slugs as gravity pulled them down the wall, even as they dried to it. Just like Ace said. Santa's voice was strained. Junpei suspected he was holding down some vomit of his own. Just like the night man. The detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut. It looked as though the explosion had been quite powerful. His legs were both bent in an odd, unnatural way, and his left arm had split open, exploding a painful white bone of his ulna. His bracelet lay next to him. It seemed to have hit the wall hard enough to have shattered the display, which lay on the ground in pieces. Half of his head had simply collapsed. The blood coating almost made it look like raw pizza dough covered in spaghetti sauce. There you go, we ruined pizza! We also ruined pizza. Knees weak, flesh spaghetti. Snake is daddy. We snake flesh spaghetti. Snake is daddy. Clover regretty. Clover regretty. Mom spaghetti. Let's ruin pizza. Let's ruin pizza dough. Goddamn. Covered in tomato sauce. His clothes, too, were covered in blood. The bulging tie and the white shirt, the jacket with the yellow piping and the gray slacks. They were all similar to Junpei.
No mistake about it. It's Nick.
Lotus's voice was unnatural, deep, and strained, and Junpei heard it catch in her throat. damn. The squeal, tortured, meddled, made Junipei's teeth curl. It sounded like the noise of a ghost would make. Press F to pay respects. Press your Fs to pay respects. Everyone F to pay respects to our flush spaghetti, pizza dough ketchup, fish, man, snake. It sounded like a ghost would make. A ghost would make no matter how many times he heard it. He never got used to it. Every time it put him on edge. It didn't help that there was a girl nearby who looked far more like a ghost than a living human should. It was Clover. She sat on the edge of the bed, her head dropping listlessly on her shoulder. Her eyes were blank and stared across the room at nothing. Her breathing was slow and mechanical. Aside from the rise and fall of her chest, she didn't move. Junipei felt as if even a nudge might cause her to shatter into 1,000 pieces. Snake was probably murdered. Chances are that he was killed the same way the ninth man was. Seven lowered his voice, like in an effort to keep Clover from hearing what he had to say. There was 4 other people in the room with Junpei and Seven. Ace, Santa, June, and Lotus. Seven looked at each other, at one of them, and turned and continued. It's pretty straightforward. Not that hard to figure out how they did it. First, the killer got Snake and initiated the red to open door 3. Then they shoved him in alone and waited 9 seconds for the door to shut. Once the door shut, it was over for Snake. He didn't give up. Probably knew it wouldn't do him any good, but he probably ran to the shower room looking for the dead. There was a small chance, but it wasn't like he had anything to lose. Unfortunately, it didn't work. Pretty sure Seven is big enough to use a boat to swim here. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Oh wait, to use as a boat. There you go. I thought he was. Yeah, I get it. The detonators only deactivated if anybody who authenticated it when they went in to use the dead, and then the 81 seconds after he shoved in, that happened. I see. So that's what you meant by the killers, huh? We need to find 3 people to open one of the numbered doors, including Snake. It wouldn't open for Snake and a single killer. Exactly. That means we're looking for multiple perps here. Junpei crossed his arms, and as he grunted. Well, just in case, I want to make sure. Let's say you're right. When do you think Snake was killed? When we all split up to look for the parts for the Reds, I think. Right after that, that was when we noticed he was gone. Why wasn't Clover with him? Why wasn't Clover with him the whole goddamn time? Clover could have been with him, and this shit would have maybe not happened to her. Oh my god. Okay, so there was R's and L's. Who has an R and an L in their name? So it definitely wasn't me. Definitely wasn't, I want to say it wasn't June, but I really can't believe that. But it wouldn't be June because there's an R and an L. Maybe, it's not Ace, because there's an R and an L. Could it have been Clover? Could it have been Clover? That's a big if. It's a big, big if. I mean, there's Snake, there's, who's 2? Oh, Snake's dead. Who's 3? Santa. Santa doesn't have it. There's 4, which is Clover. There's 5, which is, but then he would have wrote her real name. Oh no, he would have wrote in Clover. He would have written Clover. There's 5, which is Junipei or Jumpy. It's not me though, because I swear I didn't do it. I swear I did not kill this man. I did not kill this man. So, Weird how they wrote LLR with blood even though they exploded. Exactly. That's another thing too. How was he able to write LLR? The only way he was able to write LLR is if he was stabbed or he stabbed himself. Like he cut himself to write LLR. But that LLR. Let me see. Let me write Clover. Clover. No, but then that's not enough L's. Maybe it's the name of Zero? LLR. Left, off, right. God damn. June, and then there's Junipay, then there's June. Then there's 7, which is 7. And then there's 8, which is Lotus. And then there's 9th, which is the guy who's dead. God damn. I can't. Junpei crossed his arms and grunted. We're all off searching the rooms we'd been assigned, looking for those parts. Lex Luthor regretty. There you go. Yeah. That means anybody could have gotten the killer.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about?
June seemed shocked.
How can you say one of us is a killer so casually?
Well, not just one of us. If I'm right, then there's at least... Oh, wait. LLR. LLR? Lotus and Clover? Maybe Lotus and Blank. I don't know. It seems weird to think that Lotus would kill someone. Lotus seems like such a lazy bitch. She wouldn't kill anyone. I can tell you whether or not your theory is going in the right direction. Okay. I don't know. Here, let me get through this. Then, let's see. Wait. Then let's, 2 of us, are murders. Why don't you calm down a bit, 7? What are you going to gain by being so suspicious? That's what Zero wants you to know. What Zero wants? Exactly. The game was set by Zero, wasn't it? Any game has a winner and a loser. Whoever makes it to door 9 is a winner, and those who don't are the losers. 7 is trying to make us fight against one another for that victory.
Then you're saying that Zero is trying to split us up by making us fight each other?
Yes. That is why we can't let ourselves fall prey to suspicion. We have to trust one another and form a strong bond of friendship. Otherwise, we'll end up ensnared by 7's manipulations.
Then does that mean that the person who killed Snake...
I was bored. Don't worry, not because of your stream. Oh, okay. And went into the anime chat and what happened? Everything of Uu Kawaii noticed me senpai and stuff. That sounds beautiful, Planet Chris. Yes, almost certainly Zero himself. If there's anyone we should doubt, it should be Zero. He masterminds the game and kidnapped all of us. Doesn't it seem reasonable that he would have killed Snake as well? Junipay hadn't really considered that. If Zero had killed Snake, then Zero was on the ship with him. Was Zero still on the ship with him? You know, I can't say I'm sure of this. Nah, it's literally hell / cringy. Dang. It really do be like that. Wow. I don't know if I should, well, I mean, it's not something to unconsider. Here's the thing. If that's true, and assuming Snake didn't actually, open the door, then, because he's dead now, he didn't open the door. So, maybe it really was Zero. I'm not sure. He wasn't sure. Hey, just wondering, about one thing. And what's that? How can you be so sure that Zero's on the ship? Ace's eyebrows shot up. Really, Junpei, I confess I'm a little disappointed. Unusually, you're rather sharp. Isn't it obvious? Obvious? How so? The ship, huh? Zero said the ship several times when addressing us. Oh, so here's the thing. So like the way people talk, it kind of gives away what they're saying. So say, you know, you wanted to do something over the weekend. You say, I can't wait for us, or I can't wait to we, and they include themselves in the conversation. And then if they're not intending to join you on your trip, then they would have said something like, I'm so excited for you guys. I can't wait to you guys. Like they would separate themselves unconsciously in the conversation. People kind of give that away sometimes, like whenever they're doing like conversations like that. So Zero saying that the captain of this ship instead of saying the ship, and like he's including himself into the conversation. He's not saying, so you guys on the ship that you're on the ship that you're on, not me, instead of saying the ship that we're on, or this ship that we're on. Good observation, Detective Bella. I mean, I just assumed that that's where he's going with this. I am Zero, the captain of the ship. Oh, the captain of the ship. God damn it. The purpose of this game is simple. Leave this ship alive. As you have no doubt submersed
As you've no doubt submersed, this ship has begun to stink.
If he weren't here, he would say this. Wait. If he weren't here, he wouldn't say this ship, would he? He would be saying something like that ship or the ship. Oh. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Ace explanation made perfect sense. Junpei felt a little foolish that he didn't see it himself. I mean, I wouldn't have either. I wouldn't have seen that myself either until Ace would have thought about it. Like, that's the thing. Like, that's one thing. Like, I remember, I'm not going to go into details, but I remember one time we were debating, like, watching a movie, and the person that wanted to watch the movie kept saying, I can't wait for us, I can't wait for we, instead of saying, and then when it turns out the movie that was going to play wasn't the movie that they liked, they started saying, well, I'm not joining the movie, I'm going to convince my friends to watch a different movie. That was, like, he made it sound like that from the very beginning. That was his plan. That was their plan, to not watch the movie with us. But the subliminal or the subconscious hints that he was dropping made it seem like he actually did want to participate in the interaction until we changed the movie idea. So it's kind of weird how we unconsciously do those things. We're so used to the English language that eventually we're so used to our language that at some point when we talk, we unconsciously give hints of our intentions. It's weird. It's crazy. That voice, did Bella just assume that Monokuma is Zero? Yeah, I'm assuming that Monokuma is Zero. 100%. Still, he was left with a question, and it was one that no small importance. If Zero's on the ship, where is he? Suddenly, everyone went very quiet. The silence was cold and clammy, and Junpei could feel it crawling across his back and around his throat. Again, he heard the ghosting moaning noise, and moments later, a person who looked more ghost than human appeared. It was Clover. She looked at the floor and she spoke, and her voice was cold, monotone.
I think Zero is one of us.
Every human body in the room froze. The only sound was the muffled rusting of the breath. Eyes darted from face to face. One of those faces was the face of a jailer. Wait, a jailer? But who? Junpei said. Huh. Well, that's impossible. Well, that's possible. No, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. We should have more faith in each other. That's crazy. Isn't the ship going to sink in a few hours? If Zero was here with us, he'd be putting himself in danger. Why in the hell would he do something like that? There's no motive. Clover looked at Junpei, and her face fell.
You don't believe me?
Her eyes were so pitiful. That moment Junpei met him, and he felt his heart tighten. He didn't think what he said was wrong, but perhaps the way he said it had been too insensitive. Clover had just lost her brother. Wow, we really gotta look at that again. Let's see. Every human body in this room froze, leaving Atlas, who was playing chess by himself. He's just like, you're just like, there you go. There you go. Just playing. I assume that's how you play chess. You play chess with a pen. Just kidding. His death had been bad enough, but she also seen the blasted wreck of his body. Junpei barely knew him, and the sight had been enough to make him sick. This game is gonna get more mind-fucky and paradoxy in the next few streams. Damn! Oh man, it's gonna get fucked. Junpei barely knew him, and the sight had been enough to make him sick. And what Clover had felt, he couldn't begin to imagine. In the mental state she had been in, it was unstable, and that she would look at those around her with suspicion. She felt everyone was against her. The least Junpei could have done was try to understand what she was feeling. God damn it. Okay, fine. Okay, assuming that one of us is a killer. He felt ashamed of what he said. Perhaps he thought I should apologize. But before the apology could begin... Clover, I understand what you're feeling. You didn't feel that you could trust any of us. Ace had beaten Junpei to the punch. As he spoke to Clover, his face was calm and friendly. But you have to understand. The more we distrust one another, the further... See, this is what aces me. So the reason why I said that's crazy is because I don't want us to be like, oh yeah, maybe it is one of us, and then we all start pretending like we all have tea. Like we all think that Johnny over there has got the best tea party since the fucking Tea Party, the Boston Tea Party. But no, like, I don't want us to think that we can mistrust each other. I want to say that's crazy because we shouldn't mistrust each other. We should get out of here and then start to mistrust each other. Let's deal with one situation at a time. First, we get out of here. Then we start calling the police on all each other, okay? Okay? That's what we'll do. We'll do that. Let's see. The more we distrust one another, the further we fall into a true foe's trap. Zero was the one who did those terrible things to your brother. Do you want to let yourself be manipulated by someone who would do such horrible thing? Clover didn't answer. She didn't even look at Ace. The whole time, her eyes were on Junpei. He could feel Clover's eyes boring into him. They were the color of deep winter lake. Junpei saw no suspicion in them, only sadness. What if Ace is saying that so that people don't get suspicious about each other because he is Zero? Nah, probably not. Maybe not. But now I'm suspicious. Now I'm suspicious of Ace. Now I'm suspicious. God damn it. Assuming you pick a door sometime soon, should be when you end the stream. Oh, okay. Yes, definitely. Assuming that's soon. Then in that horrible silence. No! We got 4 more hours left. We gotta get the hell out of here. We heard the bell begin to ring. It was the clock in the central staircase. 3 in the morning.
That means we have 3 hours left.
God damn, how did these boys stay up so late? I'd be tired. I'd be sleepy. I'd be like, yo, I need sleep. It is 3 in the morning. Actually, never mind. I wouldn't be sleepy. I could stay up pretty late if it means that I need to stay up pretty late. Like lately I've been sleeping in early because I feel like I sleep in earlier now because I want to actually wake up and do the streams. And I don't want to oversleep to where like I wake up at 3 in the afternoon and I'm like, God damn it, I'm supposed to be streaming right now. No, I try to get some early sleep, but I'll probably stay up till 7 or 5 in the morning if I actually wanted to. Would be kind of hard to sleep if you were going to die. True. That is very true. That is probably the only reason why all of these people are still awake. That means we have 3 hours left. Oh, 3? 3 hours? Oh, we're fucked.
Then we need to move now. 7, Clover? I know how you feel, but do you understand that right now it's important to trust one another, don't you?
7 and Clover remained silent. Their eyes were looking at something else, somewhere else, very far away.
We must go. We have very little time left.
Ace, words, put their feet to moving. They all knew where they were going. Their next destination was Mercury. They sat bolted to the water near the staircase that led to the casino and the kitchen between the 2 elevators. The Mercury card reader. Oh shit, where did they find this? Junpei stood in front of the Mercury card key card. 7 had given him the card. Okay, so they went to room 3. They went to room 3 and they got the Mercury card. Okay, that's sexy. We found it when we were checking out the shower room. At least that's what he said. Junpei slid the card through the reader. The light on the reader then turned green and then made a tiny electronic noise. Now they were ready. Now they were ready. Junpei and June had been chosen as an investigators. The reasoning beginning that they had been to the E deck before and no one else had. As before, Junpei sent the elevator ahead to make sure the floor we're heading to wasn't flooded. As before, the elevator returned as dry as when they left. Once it had been checked for water, Junpei and June stepped into the elevator. Atlas, who do you suspect? Atlas, who do you suspect? If you had to suspect a suspicion, who do you suspect? Goddamn. If I have to pick, it's, I want to say not June, because June is my childhood friend, but I haven't seen that bitch in forever. I haven't seen her in forever. And she seems kind of, like, gutsy, kind of. But I do know that she's in the 3rd game. I think June's in the 3rd game for sure, because I know Junpei's in the 3rd game, and he's a cameo in the 3rd game. I guess that was like a spoiler for me, but and my friend told me when I was getting into the series, she was like, don't go straight to the 3rd one. Watch the other games first, and then go to the 3rd one, because then you're gonna get spoiled. So I'm like, you know what? I mean, I really liked how the 3rd one looked, so I just jumped to the 3rd one anyways. So I know for sure that June can't technically be a bad guy. I think it's a big I think. I suspect it's actually Sans. You know what? You're right. It's Sans. This whole time it's been Sans. There were only 2 floor buttons they could push. The C and the bottom buttons. The rest were destroyed or did nothing when pushed. Junpei hit the bottom button.
The door closed.
The door closed. Slowly they began to move downward. So I assume the elevators only go down to the E deck so that they could try to get stuff. Sometime later, Junpei and June stepped off the elevator into the bottom deck, and they stepped up and saw that the hallway to the right ended somewhere between 20 and 25 feet from them. Well, they're all humans, meaning they're all untrustworthy pieces of shit. But I say on my top 3 are Ace, Santa, and Snake. I mean, I missed a lot of streams of this. Oh, true. Correction, it's Ness. Oh, okay. So, Alice believes it's Ness. Sheffy believes it's Sans. I'm gonna have to go with the middle ground and say Goku. Basically, all the nominees for the next Smash game. There you go. The hallway in front of them was dead end. But not a regular dead end. Oh shit, a 2. This is the numbered door. There was 8 of... Wait. And this is the 8th one we found. There were 2 numbered doors on the B deck. The central staircase, they were 4 and 5. There were 3 more numbered doors in the large room. There were 3, 7, 8. The June and June found another door in the E deck, and Lotus had found one in the 7th... found a 7th in the A deck. There were 6 on the E deck and 1 on the A deck. 4, 5, 3, 7, 8, 6, 9, 6, 1. And now door 2 stood in front of Junpei. See, all these goddamn numbers absolutely clusterfuck my mind. Undying is a boy. Undying is a John. Sheffy, I would piss in your cereal for that if it weren't technically my boss. Wait, what? If you weren't technically my boss. Oh, okay. There you go. There was only one thing it meant.
Do you think the next door will find?
Yeah, the next door we're gonna find. The next one's gonna be a door. Despite, oh my god, everything's